Hello, I met Anthony, a sales manager of the Belgian company TCB, on 2 consecutive Saturdays on the 5th and 12th of November at his office. TCB is an agency active in the food sector that is founded by Anthony and his associate Ralph. He introduced me to the various industries he represents. I went to his workplace in order to assimilate his experience. He suggested an icebreaking, so that I was more at ease during our days spent together. And he showed me a range of products that were in his office and that he presents. During those days, I stood by his side as he carried out his daily tasks to know the way he proceeds. The first task he did, it was reading his emails. Then he sorted them, sorting the emails received by his customer. If, for example, the question was more technical, he transfers the question to the responsible directly. Then he looked at the to-do list, a list that he consults in order to be sure to forget nothing, because the organization for him is very important. On that list, he had to remind a customer to know if the merchandise supplied matched his expectation and how it was selling. And according to Anthony, it's absolutely necessary to call his customer to put him in confidence, especially when it's a new customer. This allows to retain its customer, and it's a unique selling point comparing to the competitor. After a long series of successive calls from various customers, we finished the day by preparing a presentation of dried tomatoes that Anthony must present next week to a customer. He prepared a list of arguments as well as his detailed presentation before going there. He explained to me how he would argue, present in order to be as convincing as possible. We played a role play, explaining to me a little bit the best way to be as convincing as possible, and he was able to respond to all questions I asked him. What's the difference between a B2B approach and a B2C approach? Firstly, the B2C approach brings together all the marketing actions aimed directly at individual customers, for instance, point of sales, Colruyt, Deleuze, Carrefour, and so on. While the B2B approach is an industry that sells its products or services to the other companies. Generally speaking, the purchases are carried out in a large quantity to resell them later to other companies or directly to the consumers. The concern of the salesmen of the B2C and B2B are to contribute to the turnover of the company. The profit often depends on their sales performance. Thank you for listening to my presentation.